It is time to discuss which Halo is the best Halo of all time. Now, fortunately for us, we have already ruled out Halo 3 and Halo Reach, and it is down to two choices. DMAQ, clearly that's going to be Halo 1 and Halo 2. Before we get into this, give me, what can we expect from you?
I don't know how this is an argument. I couldn't believe when we were talking about it that we had different opinions. I'm such a Halo 1 advocate.
Yeah.
I still play. We land all the time, landing this weekend. It's a game that is timeless to me. People still play. It's kind of like a cult. And I don't see the same with Halo 2. I saw a lot of commercial success. Okay. So you could say it's the franchise's most important game, but not really, because without Halo 1, you have none of this.
I would say that... Now, look, I agree that Halo 1 is good, but competitive sense and putting console FPS shooters on the map, Halo 2 took it to the next level, and you know that to be true. You know it deep down, and I know you're not going to say anything, but look what Halo 2 had. Halo 2, you had the emergence of every player playing on their own individual screen. Everyone got off of the split screen, so it was like they were playing back at home. It was a 4-on-4 competitive setting, and 4-on-4 actually worked. You could also play 2-on-2. Halo 1, how often when you go to a LAN do you play a 4v4?
Don't you feel like Halo 2 was the beginning of the death of Halo, though? When everybody stopped getting together and everybody started playing at home by themselves.
Do you not think that wasn't because of the emergence of Xbox Live?
Well, I mean, I understand it. It's a different time, though. We're talking about different times. Okay, I get it. That you have Xbox Live and you're doing all the rank system and this and that. But Halo 1 wasn't all about that bullshit. It didn't have those bells and whistles, but it still had all those tournaments that everybody went to every single year. Where was the APG for Halo 2, Scotty?
Well, it started and then MLG ran it under the ground. There's nothing we could do about that.
They were there because this game was able to live on its own. It didn't need any backing. It didn't need all this rank system and all this support. It was a game that was so solid at its core, and it could be played so many times, and so many people were addicted to it. I feel like if Halo never came out with a 2, 3, and Reach, we would still be competing in Halo 1 today.
I could say the same thing about Halo 2. If
3
and Reach... Of course, shit.
Because
what do you mean I couldn't?
We are at a different time when games evolve. And Halo 2 took that step where it said it's going to evolve as a game. So once Halo 2 came out, you were expecting a Halo 3. Yeah, and you were expecting a Halo 4. Just like with Counter-Strike, nobody played Counter-Strike Source. They played 1.6. And I do believe that if people stick to Halo 1, we would still be competing CE today.
Don't you think Halo 1 hit its peak?
No.
You don't think when everyone discovered every single nade trick and every spawn and random spawn, you don't think it hit its peak?
There's stuff that I know today that you don't know. I promise you.
No, you don't.
Yes, there is.
You don't.
Did you know at the bottom of Rat Race, not Camo side, but Obi side, at the bottom of that hill, if you stand on the bottom of that hill on the right side, that's a random.
Yeah. There's a whole... There, you can Google random spawn points on map. You can Google that shit, man. I didn't know most of it until mid-Halo 2. I'll be 100% honest. I mean, the Ogres and everyone else who was good at Halo 1, they knew it back then. I'll be honest. I didn't know it back then. But yes, there's so many randoms. But look, man, there was going to come a time when frame rates and all that shit would just be thrown out of there because playing off-host was awful. You pretty much always lost off-host in Halo 1 4v4. Now, Halo 2, Halo 1 2v2, and now in Halo 1 2v2, now to be less confusing, you could win off-host. It was possible. But in 4s, no. It was all about host. So all you would have seen was just the top seed just dominating.
But then again, you're blaming like the frame rate and the time for when it was built, the infrastructure of the game.
But that's the point.
I understand host sucks and this, but that's not We're talking about the game itself.
That's
Scotty.
a part of the game itself, dude.
All right,
I'm saying for competitive-wise, the
infrastructure
game
behind
would have
it.
just been dead.
How laggy it is and all that. Imagine a lagless Halo 1 in
Wouldn't be as
today's
good.
time if it was built correctly.
Okay, well, yes, okay, I will
If
give you
Halo
that.
1 came out today, with no Halos coming before this, but if it came out today, I do believe that it would be the premier flagship first-person shooter on any console.
No, because it's not flashy enough anymore, and there wouldn't be enough general public
but
playing
it sticks to the cores, and that's really still what we want. We want something that's good at the core.
Okay, but look. Look at Halo 2, okay? That game had so much success. It was great, extremely competitive in FFA, 1v1, and 4v4, okay? Now, granted, we cut down to about 5, I think, I want to say it was like 5 or 6 maps at the end of 07, whereas in Halo 1, you used, what, 9? 8, right? 8?
Yeah.
8's like the standard.
Because the game doesn't have too much depth, Scotty.
Halo 2 has a lot of depth. Look, it's just weapon glitches alone that separates the average from the better. I mean, that alone is depth. Then you add in wall glitches and team shooting. It started team shooting, DMAQ. In Halo 1, you could get away with just out-individualing skill the other team.
I'm not saying it wasn't a good game.
I know what you're saying, but I'm
not saying that.
In a
but
4v4
was it
setting,
revolutionary for first-person shooters? Not like Halo 1. Halo 1 had something that was just so beautiful and raw that they'll never be able to reproduce that. Ever. They could try for years.
How could they not reproduce it? It's simple, dude. All it was a great individually skilled game with random spawns.
Scotty, you want to hear a crazy stat? You want to hear a crazy thing, man? A crazy fact?
Yeah,
3 weeks before Halo 1 came out.
Huh?
3 weeks before Halo 1 came out, that's when they decided they were going to put the multiplayer in the game.
So you're saying,
they were having a debate whether to put the multiplayer in or not. The multiplayer, to them, is broken, but yet somehow it's beautifully perfect. You can never recreate something like that. Ever. And that's why playing Halo 1 is like playing a fucking symphony. You're comparing Beethoven to Akon.
I'll kill you.
And I really don't see...
You can't say stuff like that, dude. You can't.
I went for the most ridiculous...
I know what you're trying to do. I get it, alright? I will fucking submit, but...
Fucking Akon.
You can't say shit like that. You can't say comparing Beethoven to Akon. It doesn't even...
That was so good.
I'm so done. Alright. Episode 5 complete. Farewell.